What's going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Bitcoin Cash to, I believe it is USD. We'll also be looking at the coin market cap as well as checking out our portfolio. I do want to discuss with you what exactly I did last night. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Turn on post notifications. So it'll be a giveaway at 10,000 subscribers. Otherwise, let's get right to it. So guys, as you can see, I'm on the current coin market cap, and if you guys notice, we have a current market cap of 175.8 bill, 24-hour volume of 43.5, and a Bitcoin dominance of 54.3. So we're seeing Bitcoin dominance ever so slightly pull back. We're seeing 24-hour volume increase, and we see the market cap increase by quite a bit. So that within itself tells us markets are doing very well. As I scroll down, you can see top 10 cryptos. We have 3 out of the 10 that are in the red. Binance Coin really not down by much. Tether not down by much. XRP not down by much. Coins aren't really up by much, more than maybe 2%. We do see Bitcoin Cash in number 4, Litecoin in number 5. There's a pretty decent gap between Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin. Nothing too crazy that we can't like beat in a couple of days, of volume. But it's up 6%, so Bitcoin Cash is doing quite well. The rest of the market looks good. We have a couple double-digit coins, but for the most part, things look more green than they are red. Some seldom coins are in green, and they're not really down by much, barely a percent. So can't really call it that bad. A lot of consolidation right now. You can see the top 10 coins. We saw the spike that we saw, and now we're kind of consolidating down sideways. Otherwise, shifting our focus to Litecoin chart. So I want to kind of mention something here, and then I'll show you what I did with my portfolio, and hopefully you guys are using it too. Now, I want to give a huge shout out to everybody that's using my Patreon. It is the first link in the description. Huge shout out to you guys. It's the only way you guys can access my charts, my exclusive charts, live updating, as well as privately published charts. It's a huge help, and it does support the channel, so I do appreciate all you guys for taking advantage of that. Otherwise, shifting our focus now and really checking out what exactly is happening with Litecoin. So we have this yellow downtrend that we've been tracking for quite some days now, and we started to notice that there were certain levels that we did breach, and we were kind of dollar cost averaging. And then you notice that when we hit the bottom here at 66.50, we kind of pumped off of that. We were expecting it to go lower. We planned for it to go to 61.70, which it didn't do, which is obviously, it's still good, really whichever way the market goes, but we hit our support at 66.85, which I did have this line there. I did kind of figure it was going to hit that, and we shot up. So we know that I did buy in at $68, and we did manage to pump up off of that. Now you'll notice we did come to a certain height. Now we did, which I said a couple of days ago, if we broke bearish from our ascending wedge, the supports are going to start to act as resistances if we fall below it, and you can see that's exactly what's happening. So we managed to fall below the purple uptrend, and now it's acting as a resistance at the top. So hear me out. This is what I did. I bought in at like 68, which is literally like right here, bought in right here, and then as we went up to the top, I sold right at the top. So I want to show you guys that for proof. Now, please ignore this compensation. I've been talking to eToro about getting another one of my accounts balanced out again, starting at 100,000, and they did it wrong, and they sent it to this account by accident, but that still doesn't change the fact that we still got the transaction down. So as you guys can see, we purchased Litecoin back at $68.89. I guess we could have waited a slight bit and watched it drop a little bit lower. We probably could have bought it in down at like $66. Even $65 would have been a good price, but we bought it at 68, and I am proud of that, which was a good buying opportunity. Now remember, we're dollar cost averaging, so I only put in around 10%, and hopefully you guys are mimicking this as well. eToro is also linked in the description. I believe Patreon is the second link and eToro is the first link, but it's all right there and easily explained. eToro will allow you to pretty much, try to invest, without risk. It's a great way to start trading and figuring out the best ways to, buy and sell without risking real currency. It's a simulated cryptocurrency platform, which is awesome. So you can see we bought it at, where is it? 68.89, and it closed at 73.09. So that is about a $5 difference, which inevitably made $609 above where we currently started. So that's pretty awesome. You can see we did profit around $610, and now we did sell off our 10% position. So we're going to reevaluate where we are, which I'm going to explain in a second, and then figure out where I'd like to buy in again. So here's my concern and where I think we're headed. So we did manage to bounce off the oversold down here on the 4 hour. That's kind of where we were buying in at. That's kind of when I put my money into it. Now you'll notice when we started to come back up, we're starting to, not only are we nearing overbought, but we're hitting the high-low middle moving averages, which is an indication to me of a resistance. You can see we had it right here. We hit it right here. It was a resistance, and we're currently hitting it right now as a resistance. And not only that, we have the purple uptrend as a resistance. So these are a lot of bearish signals on Litecoin that are steering me away. And it was the reason why I sold. Now hear me out. If indeed we do manage to break above the purple uptrend and we close the candle above then it's a good indication that I'm probably going to buy in my 10% again, because then I know we can most likely go up from here, not necessarily pull back down lower. If we do, we dollar cost average and we'll be okay. But if we do break above here, it's an indication we're probably going to start to head up, and then I can put some more money in and we can start to play around with that. But from where I'm standing right now, I don't want to buy in because I think it is acting as a resistance, and there's a good chance we're going to pull back down lower. That's my opinion on things, and you guys take it for what you will. Moving on to Bitcoin, you can see Bitcoin once again is still in its channel, so there's really not going to be much movement at all. No crazy skyrocket to the upside, no downfall, but we're going to trade in between these two channels. And then what I really want to show you is Bitcoin Cash, but we'll discuss Ethereum right now. You can see Ethereum is trading on its uptrend. There is a huge resistance right here at 160 where it's currently having some, some problems with. We could literally move it just like this. It lets me, hold on. Bam, just like that. That's what I'm getting at. So you can see right here where we hit that reversal right there. That is the issue, the underlying issue. I did not mean to do that. Oops. Bam, let's add that right back. You can see right here where it flipped. That's where the issue remains. That's where it lies. So we're seeing it kind of get wedged, not only between this purple uptrend, but the resistance at the top. And I don't think we're above it just yet. I think we're kind of still stuck below it, but I think we're going to potentially trade out in here. I'll draw it out for you guys. Something potentially like this. We're going to wedge in, and then we could potentially pop. When we do pop, I'll potentially throw in money into that. Wow, I said that a lot. Moving on to Bitcoin Cash. This is where it gets interesting. I think Bitcoin Cash shows the best pattern, and I am getting quite ready to put some money into Bitcoin Cash. Not that I'm pro what it stands for, but in terms of an investment strategy, you can see we do have this beautiful uptrend. Not only did we hit that uptrend, we hit the high-low middle moving averages, and we bounced right up off of it. It was obvious as day. This is textbook, but we're hitting our resistance up here, which you can see that reversal is very similar to Ethereum's. Just like that. So Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash look very similar, just Bitcoin Cash's looks much more readable and much more apparent as to what's going on. That's why I do think it is hitting a resistance right here, and it is definitely possible to see something like this happen. Either we hug the top or we pull down and then pop off and head up higher. I don't think we're going to go much lower. I don't think we're going to break the uptrend. I think we're going to continue up into this channel up here. So that's why I'm getting ready to buy back in. It will pretty much be right when we break this purple uptrend. That's most likely when I'm going to throw some money into Bitcoin Cash. Right here, we'll do it on the virtual simulator, which we know has Bitcoin Cash. It is right here, so I highly recommend downloading the app. It won't load. It's most likely because I'm streaming this and recording it, but you can see Bitcoin Cash is right here. So we're just gonna wait for this to prove itself. We're gonna see if this comes down, consolidates right down into this channel right here, and the second we break this yellow line, that's when I'm gonna throw in and ride this wave all the way up to the top. Otherwise, guys, that's gonna sum up today's episode. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.